I'm also going to plug the mic directly in.
Yeah!
Wait, no, well, that might work. Is the
No,
mic
it's good,
in the
it's
hub?
good. No, don't touch it. We're good.
We're good?
We're good.
Okay, no touching.
Yeah. We're live.
Hey!
Hey!
Oh.
Oh!
My shoes.
You realize
Although, there's the clip. There's the clip. Yeah, right there. These are the moments that will go in the new intro for the program.
Oh, wow. And microphone, are we on the table mic now?
Yep. Amp says video and actual audio.
I can't top that with an opening
Can
joke
we
at this
can we
point,
just
so.
all give Steve a round of applause for once again absolutely crushing it, because
It's a team effort.
I'm really
you
glad
were
that
loving.
I'm not the only one who asked Steve at the last minute to do Herculean efforts. And
Up until
Alec,
team
why are you playing with the cables around the thing?
Because this is the perpetrator. This right here was the perpetrator. It was.
Yep. Up until about T-4, we were planning on being in the normal spot, and I kind of looked. We're all just sitting around here chilling. Kind of didn't feel like. Kind of didn't feel like moving. Well, how about if we just bring the camera over here? And here we are. So, yeah. I'm not gonna try to do an opening joke because the last 10 minutes was untoppable. So, hi everybody, and welcome to the Nerd Glasses podcast. Shall we just introduce ourselves really quick from stage right to stage left?
Hi, I'm Brewnerd.
Hi, Brewnerd.
Hey.
The one with the pilk is
Captain
It's
Pilk.
for the kids.
that is and has been DAM 314 Dave Mann.
Making choices.
Forming glass.
I'm Katie.
I need one.
I'm Boater.
I'm Taco Pell.
And I'm Love Alec.
Yeah, and
That was
we are.
And that was Steve.
And that was, has been, continues to be, and will ever be Steve. So yeah, thank you everybody for dropping by tonight. We've got some of our usual, regular things that we like to do, but big thing tonight is kind of wrapping up an awesome fundraising season from St. Jude Play Live with Caladrius, which was an absolutely awesome time. So, I usually kick off the show with a Twitch ban, someone that got banned from Twitch. And I didn't really see any of note. The only thing that kept popping up was a lot of outlets breathlessly reporting that Dr. Disrespect had been banned from YouTube. I wanted a spit take, but...
You gotta really try hard to get banned from YouTube, or really just the 5 TOS just mess those up.
What actually happened was that he was streaming the Apple WDCC event. And Apple DMCA'd that real quick, and his stream was back up in like minutes. And of course he made a big deal about it because that's his character, and a lot of outlets made a big deal about it because Doc drives clips and views. So that's the closest I've got to a Twitch ban right now. But even when he's been off of the network for, year and a half, 2 years? I don't know. Still dominates headlines. I hate it.
He was at the NBA Finals. They showed him on the court during the proceedings. Steve, are you in front of the computer?
Yes.
Are you nice and comfy?
Yes.
Are you pilked?
Almost. Need some Bailey's cream.
Yes.
Sir! Sir! This is no longer a family stream. You're allowed to say things like that.
I'm 24. I could drink.
Aww.
He's a baby.
He is a baby.
Oh,
Good
baby.
God. Again, by the way, everyone on the network's reaction when Steve yonder 3 years ago went, "It's my birthday this weekend." We were like, "Okay," and I go, "What are you gonna do for your birthday?" He's like, "I'm gonna have my first beer." And I out loud immediately went, "You're not 21!" And then, funnily enough, Mike almost had the exact same response, and then Dan had almost the exact same response within a 48-hour period.
Which goes to show the maturity with which Steve carries himself. Sometimes.
Very mature. Port jokes are the best.
When he
really tried.
Before he got the job and then established himself as a key figure in every one of our endeavors, he was very impressive, and now he just continues to outshine that. But
Thank you.
Um,
That's nonsense.
in the next 7 days, there are 3 games coming out, and honestly, these have been really fun this year.
Yeah.
The publisher's been really bringing their A game. Steve, are you ready with those trailers?
Yeah.
Excellent. Because the first one is not Diablo 6, as my reading disability would have me to believe when I look at the cover. Nope. It is in crisp 1.5 teraflops terabyte kerfuffle presentation. Crisp, wonderful Nerd Division! Keep
We're
spirit
holding on,
fingering
we're
because
holding
we're not on the
Keep
screen.
spirit fingers still on camera.
Make sure we're also getting audio, Steve.
We're getting audio. It's fine.
Hooray!
Hooray! Lilith.
Now the webcam is blocking. Yep, now it's
No, the webcam's not blocking the webcam. The webcam is the. I'm still spinning and doing fingers. Everyone still.
So, a game
Hooray!
air foretold at BlizzCon in 2019. A game that had many delays, many changes of hands, many different things, and a large amount of very fun betas. We are, of course, talking about Diablo 4. Get your copy today because you can play as a barbarian, a sorcerer, a druid, a rogue, or a necromancer. This game takes place 50 years after the events of Diablo 3. Lilith rises, your wanderer is bonded with them, and now it's your problem to figure things out. It's good. I played all the betas leading up to, pre-ordered it, got my pre-order. Many thanks to the folks at GameStop in Queensbury for doing a 7 p.m. release yesterday so that I could get my hands on both my copy and also that sweet, sweet steelbook that I will kill people for.
There we go.
So what class are you playing?
I am playing as a character that appears in many different playthroughs, the barbarian who is named after a literary character that I love so much, Bragg. And I am very excited to have him. I just finally finished playing the opening, the start of the game that you replayed through every single beta for the 5th time, and now will be the last, because I don't like playing as spellcaster characters, so a sorcerer, druid, rogue, and necromancer don't really interest me. Until they come up with other casts and other things from 3, 2, or beyond, we'll be sticking with Bragg. Also, in related news to that game, I remember we talked about how you too could get yourself to level 100 and get yourself on the Lilith statue. Well, one person did it. As of the 5th of June, they managed to get a character all the way to level 100 in hardcore. Congratulations to streamer Karn, C-A, little r, little n, _. You shall be henceforth immortalized on that Lilith statue. Please drink water, sleep, and take care of yourself.
You've done it. Relax just a little.
So after they actually nerfed all of the classes, except for Necromancer, which had been nerfed pre-release, immediately after that level 100.
Yep.
Oh,
Because
wow,
they looked at, they were like, this game's been in pre-release, and that man managed to do what now to get there? Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
I know Demon Dragon isn't in chat tonight because she got the game and she might be watching. I don't know what class she's playing. I don't know. All I know is I got home. She was just sitting down. I was like, okay, have a fun time. I'm going to the podcast. She was like, okay, have a good podcast. Zone.
Yep.
we can talk more about Diablo 4, but hot off the presses, our streamer here, friend, Love Alec, dodged a very large bullet because we didn't get to the 4K all the way goal, because the second game coming out is coming out today, and it's on Windows, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and Xbox Series X. It is Amnesia: The Bunker.
Ooh.
Dude, this game looks terrifying.
It does look terrifying, and it looks really cool! Picture this for yourselves. It's World War I. You're a French soldier, Henri Clement. You're trapped in a bunker with the Beast, a photosensitive monster. And unlike past Amnesia games, where there's gameplay arc that have you going around the creature and things like that. Nope. You are trapped in a confined space with the monster who is perpetually hunting you around. Sounds an awful lot like that Alien game. And you have to try to keep the lights on as often as you can and problem solve as things arise for you, the player. This game looks amazing, and as most of the Amnesia games, they are terrifying. But if you're in for that gameplay arc and these things, it's a must-have. It's just, they don't miss with the games that they do. They put the work in, they make them atmospheric, they make them fun, and they make them distinctive from each other.
It's terrifying.
That's awful.
Alec, you dodged such a bullet with this one.
Except I still
many are
have
there
another
up to
incentive
now?
to complete.
What?
I
How
still
many
need
are
to
they
play
up
the
to altogether
original.
now?
And that was actually supposed to be this Monday, but due to circumstances of me being ill, I actually had to cancel that stream, but it's still happening.
Yeah.
Steve, how many Amnesia games are there officially now?
Dark Descent, Machine for Pigs, The Bunker, so
I think three.
Yeah.
So that means I
They
have all
they
of them
made
by now.
Dark Descent free at least for for a few days or something to
Yeah.
celebrate this coming out, which is kind of cool.
Yes, yes.
4.
4.
Dark Descent, Machine for Pigs, Rebirth, and another.
Oh, Rebirth! I
Rebirth,
forgot
okay.
about
I was
that.
gonna say, you know why a Rebirth is very funny? Because Vladdy bought that for me 2 years ago, and we just never found the time.
Yep.
Rebirth is also one of those subtitles that like crops up again and again.
Yeah.
And again.
It does, it really
Like
does.
we got news on Final Fantasy VII Rebirth this past week. I don't have it written down, but it's one of those subtitles.
And our third game coming out is actually a rebirth of a game that only came out for Apple Arcade. And now I highly recommend you check it out because as Steve plays the trailer for it, it's coming out for PC and Switch on the 8th. The game is described as a dark fantasy diorama. I'm already in, and the demo is free on Steam, by the way. Highly recommend you check it out. In the OG Apple Arcade, Bleak Sword had 9 chapters and a couple of game modes, a lot of fun, the game style and the gameplay loop, and things like that. And now, Bleak Sword DX, which is coming out on the 8th, has 12 chapters, and you, the players, must lift the curse of the Bleak Sword. Look at the gameplay
That looks
on
so
this.
cool!
I know!
It's
And
really
it's all
nifty.
within a certain diorama. There is no, like, other things. And yet, this game has more range of motion with small presentation than so many AAA open world games. Not called Zelda or Diablo at the moment. Highly recommend it. I played the demo and will be buying it on the 8th just as a gotta kick it around. But yeah, this game also made me realize just how, as someone who owns a bunch of Apple products, how unaware I am of Apple releases. Because I always forget that, like Linux, there's so few people that use it as their main platform, but the ones that do, love it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And that is 3 of the games that are coming out in the next 7 days. Hopefully you folks enjoy Diablo 4, Amnesia the Bunker, and Bleak Sword DX. If you wind up playing any of these games from the recommendation, make sure to tweet about it. Make sure to tag at Insane Games TV. Make sure to at Boaterbug and myself. Make sure to say, hey, I heard this review and I liked the game. Demon Dragon talking about the fact that they are playing as a rogue, which is awesome.
If I can say really quick, actually 2 books came out today that have my interest.
Very cool.
That I want to mention as well. One of them is Transmission State by Anne Leckie. This is another book in the universe of Ancillary Justice and the Imperial Raj trilogy, as well as, I think, Providence, which is its own standalone. This is going to be another standalone in that world. I know very little about it, and I kind of didn't want to spoil myself on it. It comes out with a new cover art style than the other books have had, which is... I preferred the previous one, but it's fine. Is that an ad for Gollum? Aw, it's adorable.
That's unfortunate.
The ad break was for Gollum.
Yeah, we've got Frozen video.
They're gonna fix Gollum eventually.
It's fine.
Steve, the video's don't whisper. Steve, the video's broken.
I'm gonna yell at him. God, I don't want to yell at Steve.
So, it's back. It's back. Thank you, Steve.
Thank you, Steve.
See?
So,
You get to do both.
So it comes with a slightly new art style, and they re-released the old books with the new covers art style as
Nice.
well. And then another new one is The Witch King. It's either Witch King or The Witch King. I need to double check that. By Martha Wells. Martha Wells is best known as the author of the Murderbot series of mostly novellas, sci-fi. Witch King is her first published fantasy novel, and isn't just Murderbot but fantasy. Aside from that, I also don't know too much about it, but looking at like blurbs and what some people are saying about it, it looks really cool. So those are two books that are on my radar: Transmission State by Ann Leckie and Witch King by Martha Wells. I have both of those set aside at Northshire, and I will be picking them up, and when my parents come up for Father's Day weekend. So
Very nice.
Nice.
Anyone else here have any like releases that they've noticed? Something that's coming out, whether it's like in the next 7 days. Something.
Hilariously enough, mine was The Bunker because
The Bunker,
I
yeah.
almost got conned into playing that for. It was for the
You
kids.
you backed into that
I
one
did.
yourself too.
I did.
Like that wasn't like a Nightwing bullying you situation that happens so often. No.
I was like, yeah, it's for the kids. I can do this, and I'm like, I really can't do this. Why in the world did I agree to this?
For the kids. That's why.
Yeah.
That's the answer for the kids.
I'm a big coward. Have you seen me play Alien? It was awful.
Well,
It's so worth it.
I had an incentive for playing a scary game as well. Steph picked one for me. I don't know what it is. It's going to be not this Thursday, but next Thursday. I'm going to sit down.
Florida.
I'm going to sit down. I'm going to have no idea what the game is. She's going to open my Steam library, point, and say, play. Ha ha ha. And I'm like, okay, here we go.
Please make sure that VOD ends up saved somewhere so I can watch it. Cause
I always record locally, so
YouTube.com/boaterbug.
VODs don't usually go up in full, but I would be happy to do so upon request. So thank you very much.
Please do, because that's an experience. Like, anytime I play a scary game, it's usually pretty funny, because I sit there like, pretty much the whole time, honestly.
If not the full gameplay, there will at least be highlights of when jumpscares
Yeah.
really got me. Like,
Like,
I did that
clips,
with Year Long.
highlights,
Yeah. There will be hashtag content.
Exactly.
By the way, hello to Lily's News and to Amp, who have been filling up our chat and joining us at home through all our technical difficulties and things.
Hi, friends.
Now that we're actually all visible and things, you may recognize a lot of these folks from previous streams, iterations, and programs that we have done throughout the month, because this is the local contingent of Team Caladrius. We're going to get work on a union thing. It's going to be happening.
Sadly, some of our members aren't local, and stealing them from over the border is kind of difficult, so you know.
But we
It's-
love everyone
yes.
dearly just the same.
Yeah, it's the more that the team grows geographically, the nicer it feels.
Yeah, right? It's like, hey, we've got more people!
So, Steve, I have a tab on the computer unless you closed things. Could you go to computer view and show what was the Team Caladrius final total for Play Live 2023? Yes.
We're getting somewhere.
I love it.
Hooray!
Bam! And the camera's kind of covering, but that's fine.
It's fine. Bless you.
Bless you, Steve.
But I can sort of read it. It's fine.
Steve's just fixing stuff real quick.
Yeah, it's fine. It's at 8,380.
And 99 cents.
And 99 cents.
Oh, and 99 cents. Okay, cool. Maybe I need new nerd glasses. It's fine. Yep. Okay. Cool. When I full screen here. Yep.
$8,380.
Who did the 99 cents? I ask.
Oh, I guess.
I like
Can we
that.
see that.
Steve, can you scroll down to the event fundraisers and click View All Fundraisers so we can get to the bottom of who brought 99 cents to the party?
I like that. That's awesome.
It's not one of the top 4.
Please.
I think it was Raef, but I can't. No, it wasn't. Who was it?
That's all of.
Scroll down.
Those are all even dollar amounts, yeah, and that's everybody. That's
Is it?
something.
That's not the same. It's the same
Nobody?
that's missing.
Oh, that's right.
No,
okay.
it's right there.
No.
What? No.
So it's possible then that somebody made a donation direct to the team and not to one of the things
that's
within that.
Amazing!
So let me look that up in the meantime while we've got this one up here, Dave.
But
if you'd
who
like to
did
lead discussion
99
there.
cents?
That's an incredible amount.
I love it.
Conversation thing.
Probably a conversation thing.
Oh no, that's bothering me so much. I want to go back and donate a penny.
Probably a conversion thing, maybe.
Oh,
That, regardless, amazing.
The conversion thing.
oh. No, the penny needs to be there. It's going to drive me bonkers.
Why?
Oh, I love it.
By the way,
Think
as
about even numbers.
as I asked, unless your campaigns are closed, you can still receive donations, and they'll still go to Play
Yeah.
Live, or not Play Live, but they'll go to St. Jude just the same.
Yeah.
Yes,
Even after the
absolutely.
season's up, you can still donate to help St. Jude. It's just not part of the Play Live event, but it still helps, and it still helps fight cancer. So, yeah.
So perfect.
Oh, hey.
So
Yeah.
congratulations, Brewnerd, first of all, on raising what's that number? $505 for St. Jude Children's Hospital. Also, would you mind giving the camera a little bit of a close up? Because you look very different since last air you were here. Steve, a little close up on Brew, please.
Panic in the background.
I love this. I love it. That's the really bad magic trick. All of us are looking and suddenly there's Brewnerd. You wonderful folks helped get Brewnerd to over the $500 goal, and Brewnerd delivered, and streamed his debeardening. Which, again, terrifyingly took less than 30 minutes. So here I am at home going, whoa!
I did not make the same offer.
It was really, really cool. And congratulations to you both for having such a phenomenal fundraising season, for having so many fun different streams, playing such different games, and drawing in such wonderful folks to support, and for repping the Play Live brand outside, and Caladrius brand outside of just on stream and things like that. Steve, can you go back to the team view?
This camera's about to be bananas.
It's really earning it. It really, really is. Congratulations to Taco Pill
It did it.
for... Yes! No, leave it! Leave it! It's perfect! It's exactly what we need. Copy that picture for Air More. That's the new Sonic picture. Or put Sonic in the fort.
And I love that I'm wearing my esports jersey.
Oh, yeah.
You mean not just any esports jersey, the best esports team, and the only team that will be reported here on the Nerd Glasses podcast, SUNY Empire. Amazing job, guys. Taco Pell, congratulations on... This is your first year doing St. Jude's Play Live. And you chose the road, not only less traveled, but the road untraveled by this team ever before. You streamed making a game. In a program with a really epic name, by the way, Godot. And I absolutely, as a theater major, was in love with that. But, I just bravo on so many really cool streams and striving through the technical difficulties that did come up for you for different things. And I really hope that you managed to grab OBS by the throat and get it to fix it itself.
Yes.
Because your streaming is worthy of both being heard and the game being heard at the same time. But congratulations on $100 raised and so much fun content created, my friend. It was a pleasure to have you join the team this year, and to have your talents added on Team Caladrius, as well as to both Boater and I for Nerd Glasses, as well as to Boaterbug and DAM314. So thank you, my friend.
You're welcome.
It is epic and amazing. Congratulations, Alec, who, by the way, upon his last stream was very nervous that he was not going to hit his original goal. and yet forgot that it's Play Live season and there was things on the line, and there's many people who are very, very enamored with the content that you create and the things that you do. We're very proud of you for the growth that you have shown as a streamer, as well as a member of Team Caladrius in helping so many of us on the teams, myself especially, with other streams, with raids, with plugs, by providing just gallstone creatingly awful foods that were then shared amongst the many unfortunate masses.
I brought in a lot of the snacks.
And for including your roommates on so many wonderful streams, and in so many different gimmicks, and for providing a Caladrius first in having reptiles
yes, I
featured
little Gex onto the stream.
as an incentive, which was amazing. A great way of connecting your personal life with the content you created, and bravo on grabbing a ring higher than you had in previous years.
I appreciate that. Will say about having my people on stream, I have a very amusing clip of Valai the Rando sneaking onto my stream when I walked away, grabbing one of the incentives, eating it, and sneaking away as my friends call him out.
You also have a video of Itachi Blaine when you and I were transferring houses, walking on the stream, sitting, eating, saying absolutely nothing.
He sat on my stream and ate cereal, stared at stream, and just kept eating the cereal.
And then got up and walked away.
I just got
It was content
power move.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my God, yes.
chaos.
Boater, as always, it is a pleasure to get to do St. Jude's Play Live with you, and especially this year to get to be invited to the summit with you and to do these things. It is, as always, an adventure and a pleasure. Congratulations on 1,000. Good God, man.
1,515.
That's amazing. Sorry, my nerd glasses don't see that far either.
That's fine.
But
we could always use a bigger screen.
You hear that,
Biggest
Steve?
screen we've used.
Budget for the production meeting when we discuss next year. Bigger television in the lobby.
It was the stream during the last night. I said I want to try to hit the 1505 of what I had done last year, and my community was awesome and got me there. And then I looked and I said I want to do better than last year, and I threw in a Hamilton and said did it. I should have thrown in that and 15 cents, so it came to 15, 15, 15. But alas, next year. That'll be the goal for
Gotta
doing
be
better
on it, yeah.
this year.
Although they are not present and may not hear this, I do want to give out a special thank you to Raef Wolf, as always, being the first person to join our team. That it was just you and I, and then we expanded to a third. And all the work that you do in WoW is astounding. But then to be able to turn around and take that tenacity and that energy and create so many excellent streams, not just during Play Live and not just for fundraisers or things like that, but being able to coordinate all of these things and check in chat when I'm blowing you up with orcs and do all these other things. It's a thing of beauty and a thing to be very, very proud of, and we're so grateful and gracious and thankful that you are bringing your talents down yonder Caladrius way. And congratulations, as always, on absolutely crushing it. And in general, just being a fantastic content creator on whatever platform you choose to create on and whatever venue you choose to go to. There are many people in your communities, in your professional and personal careers that look up to you, and it shows. And it's well earned. So congratulations to Raef Wolf. To Sustaina, as always, in endeavoring, in working, in memeing as hard as he could at all times, and in creating so much fun in the capacity that you were able to stream this year. I know he'd posted in Caladrius that he was not happy with how much streams he was able to do and how his participation this year wasn't where he would have wanted it. But please know, and for everyone on the team, any and all, $1 raised, again, is more than could have been raised without. And as always, Sustaina, you crushed it on so many very fun and very adventurous streams with the many strengths that you have being a speedrunner, being someone that looks at a box in a different way than other people, being able to take that creativity and take that energy and focus and make so much fun. Congratulations, Sustaina, on your streaming, and congratulations on the fundraising. We look forward to the future with you.
That creative stream with the tilt controls made me want to throw my tilt
That
controls.
was hilarious.
The Mario Kart
Absolutely
tilt control stream.
hilarious.
I'm sitting here with this little nunchuck. It's like, oh. I'm going to throw this thing across the living room right now.
And a special thank you and a special welcome to Songbird Misty. You have just joined Caladrius. You have just joined so many people's communities and have been a really amazing streamer to see on Sundays during Brunch with Boater, streaming on your channel as well, twitch.tv/SongbbirdMisty, by the way. But it's been really cool to see what you're doing, where you have changed to, where you're going to with the future. And to your first year raise $100 is no small feat. And it's not something to be overlooked, and it's certainly not something to feel anything but a great amount of pride for. Your content creation is a lot of fun. When you bring your voice to different group chats, when we were all playing different things like Witch It or Among Us, Plate Up, and so many other programs, it was amazing to have you join Caladrius, and it was just such a pleasure to see another streamer coming from a different walk of life than we have had, a new face, a new voice, and to know that you're taking your energy and your name and your talents and joining with us means a great deal, and should not be at all downplayed or underlooked or underserved, because it is phenomenal, and we are so thankful and so grateful to you. So congratulations again.
And to Dave, I know he's too humble to say so for himself, but to Dave, being an inspiration to a lot of us for really taking this past month and just throwing together so many cool and inventive ideas. The creativity that you have when given the space to do so is quite frankly frightening. And
Just ask Dan.
and the way that you've been able to use that this month, again, as you said, like going to Summit with you right at the start, right before everything kicked off, and then this whole journey over the following 5 weeks has been absolutely wonderful. You had every single stream was amazing. And that's the thing that I'll say to everyone on stream, is that every single stream that you had was a great stream, whether or not it brought in a ton of money for St. Jude or not. But Dave, you had some that by those numbers were I don't have the words, and hitting the goal where you have to drink pilk at the beginning of every stream.
All of June. It's a hot month too.
and just all the creative ways that you do to make that happen. It's truly an honor to do this with you,
Thank you.
every year as well.
I'm so proud of all of you, honestly. And I'm proud to be here with you. And that's...
Thank you, Steve.
Honestly, I'm really happy to have done this with all of you, and it makes me very just excited each time. Be like, yes, I get to hang out with these people, I get to do these awesome things, and you guys actually just make it so much better to do these things with. Because like especially the community streams where we're all trying to get something done, we're all sitting there laughing for an amazing cause.
Pretending we're gonna get something done. Don't.
There
Even
are words.
even if that something is just kind of faffing around.
Yeah.
It's still doing something.
Yeah, but there aren't words for how happy it makes me. But thank you. Thank you for letting me be a part of this.
So the big number that I want to show off, because this year for Play Live in 2023, St. Jude's set us a challenge. They set us a goal of $2 million, and the collective internet was able to raise a jaw-dropping $2,496,531.44. Absolutely crushing that original $2 million goal.
I'm very comfortable just rounding and saying 2.5 million.
Yes.
You know, within significant figures. That is just so cool, and again, such an honor to be a part of. Such a productive group of people who are having fun and doing these things for such a great cause.
Yeah, I know that person.
Get the fuck out of my seat,
Air
Dave.
Force
Yeah, I was gonna say that name looks familiar.
Which name?
Air Force Kitty. We
I
met
know-
them at.
Yes, we did.
Yeah, we met them at Summit.
They were at Summit, and it was awesome.
Hold on.
Okay, we have switched back. We need to just to tap the camera on the head, not physically because then we'll probably break it.
That's fine.
I'm making a heck of a face.
Bring back
honestly.
full screen Brewnerd. Give us the content we crave.
Show us the shave.
So, a question to everyone in the studio. We did this at the beginning of it, but something we asked, I want you guys to think about. The best, and then something you learned from that you will do differently. It can be good, it can be bad, it can be whatever. I will, however, and I'm going to say this to all of you folks and to you folks at home, we are not going to accept speaking ill of your own content, speaking ill of what you created, or speaking ill of what you do, because no one does it better than you. You will do what you want, but you will be yelled at. You will get, and I you know what? I will say the one regret that I had the weekend Wednesday was there was a thing that I was going to challenge everyone to do, and now of course the official name of it was John Cena, Hugh Jackman on an god awful late night television show, but it was like aggressive affirmations. And it was like John Cena yelling at someone in the front row, and they were like, "You're so well put together, you look great, you probably feel great, and you make, every time you look at me like that, it makes me smile." And so you will be met with aggressive affirmations if you speak ill of the content you create.
I'm keeping that idea for later, by the way.
You should. You should do it all the time. Do it to your friends and family. Don't tell them what's happening. Just show up at their house, kick their door open, and start yelling nice things in their face.
Make sure you follow up with, "This is a threat."
Be nice to yourself. This is a threat.
Yes.
Boom! This is a threat! You're very clever and people like you! So who would like to start?
Yeah, I'm trying to. So it's easy to say what was a cool part, but what did I learn is such a cool prompt that I'm now just like, I'm going back through some of my streams from the month to see like what kind of sticks out there.
I'll go first.
Oh!
Yeah.
I'll go first.
Yes! Yes!
I just thought of it. That's why I don't want to lose it. So this was the first time that I know I've been on stream, and I had so much fun playing the Nancy Drew games with Brewnerd. Like, I've been requesting now that we at least play maybe once a week or every other week for a few hours, and I'm learning how to actually read comments while streaming.
Yes!
And maybe
That's the
try
hardest
to,
part.
It's the hardest
That
part.
really
So
is.
it's the hardest
it really,
part.
really is the hardest part.
And then trying to figure out where to look at the camera, but that probably will take
Oh
time.
god, I'm
but-
so bad at that. I always look at my second screen, which has my comments. Like, okay, the chat's up here. The camera's right here, by the way.
Yeah.
There are so many really good methods to come up with. One I can recommend to the two of you guys, because, well, as someone that blew up everyone's respective chats at all times, I will say I don't think there was ever a time where a comment went unanswered within 45 seconds.
Yeah.
And if it was because it was something that really didn't need to be answered, because this is the internet and there are people out there who really earn themselves an ignore or a block.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say even when people are like really in like intense moments of gameplay, as soon as there's a breather, people are getting really good at like just a quick glance over. Oh, that looks different than last time. Let me catch
Yeah.
up. Yeah.
The pattern memory is actually...
I blow up Alec with sounds if I comment stuff and he doesn't acknowledge me.
And he scares the bejesus out of
Oh,
me.
that police one you did, that scared me the first
That
time
was
we did.
so
Oh
funny!
my gosh!
And I felt so bad for you in particular because his face showed. Like, I'm like,
It was my best friend. That was the
one in a
worst.
row.
It was my best friend, and I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna."
Yep.
I've learned
Nothing, says Judicious. Steve, you're not supposed to learn things. You're already perfect.
So, thank
I can go.
Yeah.
Honestly, I have two favorite moments. One was actually the Among Us stream, and the other was the Widget stream because they were community streams. Having everybody around, having everybody gaming. There was a lot of smack talk, of course, but it was such an uplifting stream, having everyone sit there laughing, having fun. Anytime something went wrong, like for example, Sustaina turning into a table, I have that clipped, and he could not get by.
So
I
funny. So funny.
I was dying. It was so funny to me. One thing I've learned is actually involving scheduling and being a little more flexible, leaving those schedules a little more open-ended, because you never end on time. You always stay a little later than you're intending. You always change up what you're doing. And having stream say, hey, why don't we do this? And that's actually something that I'm learning to adapt to as well, because since I do a lot of community events, hey, not everyone wants to do that at that particular time. Hey, can we do this instead? Sure. And then changing up that schedule and learning how to adapt during stream is improv. You gotta learn improv.
Yeah.
And not being afraid to be the streamer and throw the handbrake on and turn the car around.
Yeah,
Like
like
if it ain't going, you can't.
Exactly.
Like
That was a big one. I figured out that because I did set a solid schedule and I changed it like 4 times.
Yeah. I'm gonna say for one that I've learned is almost the opposite, which is to like really like certainly you need to leave yourself open to things changing, everything like that, but like you need to set that schedule in the first place.
Yeah.
I have my normal schedule, which is Sunday mornings, Thursday evenings, but especially during Play Live
and Tuesday nights.
Yes, absolutely. But during Play Live, I try to do a bunch of off-schedule streams. But if I'm planning one ahead of time, just the idea of this is the time that it's going to be, and making sure that word gets out there. When I did the Lego building stream on a Saturday, it was all of you unlock this, and for like a week and a half before it actually happened, I planned it out enough so I could say, we reached this goal. We're gonna build this T-Rex escape Lego on this day. At this time, and there was the turnout there was the interest and such like that, so like making that kind of some rigidity out before the stream actually starts for people to be able to tune into is something that I do still like have to work on a little bit, but I'm getting better at it.
Promoting and advertising is something that I think a lot of us need to do. But also a lot of us sell ourselves short and we're bad at that promotion. That's not me being mean to myself, that's just something we need to learn. And we need to be better at promoting ourselves So that wasn't a jibe, that was acknowledging where we need to put more effort.
You guys didn't see it, but the brow furrowed when he
where
started
we're
that
weak.
sentence.
That's showing where we have room for improvement.
Yeah, so we're improving. I'm not dissing myself, I promise.
And I will say my favorite moment, my first unlock was a whisper stream. I won't call it an ASMR stream because I don't experience ASMR, so I don't know exactly what makes it hit and tick whatever, so I don't want to sell it incorrectly.
It's a niche thing, it is.
Yeah, so I called it a whisper stream, whatever, but during that, someone redeemed one of the scratch and stream card squares, and it was a 5-minute dance party. And I'm like, I think they were thinking like thumping music and something like that. Meanwhile, I had this very NPR, close to the microphone kind of thing. So we're going to take this piece of music that's the smooth jazz that plays in the campaign of Portal 2, and I'm going to sit in my chair and bop for the 4-minute and 58-second runtime.
That's amazing.
It was so much fun.
I love that.
It was awesome. It was just everything to get to the stream at that point, and then when that donation came in afterward, I think we also had a Mad Lib redemption during that stream as well. So,
Taco Pill, a word in edgewise.
I know it doesn't directly answer the questions, but I did enjoy doing the game from scratch. So for background information, the time that you guys launched the campaign was at the same time as this thing called Ludendare, what's a game jam. People people come together, try to make a game in a 48-hour period, or 72-hour, or if you are really bad with deadlines or bad with schedules and stuff like that, you have a 3-week.
That's
option.
us.
Yeah.
Brewnerd and I at the exact same time.
Yeah.
So I figured, well, why not try designing a game for this event and see if I can cross-pollinate people coming from St. June's or people coming from Lunendare. It didn't work as much as I hoped, but
Okay.
I'm gonna try it again next year.
Exciting.
Yes.
Heck yeah.
And now, from a different angle, I have used Godot before for the project that I've been working on since 2019 called Seekers of the Aether. Yes, it's a tactical role-playing game that I'm in the lead of a team for, and I figured since I keep losing people, I need a chance to actually learn how to do this. So I took this opportunity to learn how to do a game from scratch, and I worked my way through the tutorial. And once I was done with the tutorial during the 12-hour stream I did once, I'm like, okay, now to start customizing the game. And I broke it, and I spent the next 3 weeks trying to debug it.
Well, nothing else has made the code work.
99 bugs in the code on the wall, 99 bugs in the code. We take one down, we fix it around. 127 bugs in the code on the wall.
Yeah. I met after about 3 weeks. I did post it to the Godot group, and someone pointed out where my flaw was. And the final night of Lunendare is when I fixed it. And I'm
Yes!
and I'm like, I'm getting bored with this. I want to switch back to Super Mario Galaxy.
It's fair.
Yeah.
Fair.
Yeah, and so you mentioned wanting to do that next year as well, which will be super awesome. And I guess just trying to like as much as you can, like whenever you're streaming, if you consider doing some more game dev stuff there is like a way to like build your audience in between and maybe get more people that'll be with you when St. Jude starts next year, which will be awesome. Like that regularity took me years to really get on top of, and
Schedules are important.
yeah.
I also need to get better at advertising myself.
Yeah, like we said, we all
Because I have these 30 locations that I post every Tuesday. And those are the 30 locations I'll post next Tuesday and the Tuesday after that and the Tuesday after that. I will only change it once it no longer becomes a sufficient amount of places to post.
Yeah.
It can't hurt,
Thank you, Lily.
and sometimes both consistency but also exploration of, a little bit can always go a really long way. But
Yes.
it was so cool to watch you use Godot.
Yeah.
Brewnerd, the
So-
world eagerly awaits.
Honestly, I think the most fun I had during the entire thing was one, playing games with my wife, because I never thought in a million years that would happen. And two, meeting all of you guys, being able to come onto the podcasts and talk about things. It was a lot of fun. Definitely one thing I need to work on, like everyone said, advertising. But the biggest thing that I learned is I lack confidence, and that's something that I want to work on for next year.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of present myself better on stream, like more
Differently.
Differently.
Yeah,
Present yourself
differently.
differently.
I want to be a stronger, present a stronger image.
Okay.
Than I did.
I get that, yeah.
Confidence is a muscle. And the more you use it, the more you use that confidence and comfort with what you're doing, the more comfortable and confident you'll be. Yeah, it is another one of those things that just do it. Sorry, Nike, don't sue us.
Or
They're getting
sponsor
into
them.
Yes.
I wasn't thinking. I like.
I like that. See, that was good.
See?
He's on it.
It's almost like you were there with Dr. Lupo. And always remember that charisma is usually, or confidence is a dump stat. You can sub in anything else for confidence, because if it's something you do well, you don't have to be confident in it because you know what's right about it.
Yeah.
Like
Honestly, it's for me. That's one of those fake it till you make it, because I am not a confident person. I just kind of pretend to be and just kind of go with that.
But that's the thing. You don't have to be confident. It's your stream.
Yeah.
Be unsure, but be communicative about it.
Yeah.
Because people will sniff straight through gritted teeth and this is so much fun we're having here doing this.
That's big my horror games, actually.
Like-
But people like that, so you know.
Well, I mean, like going right back to Steve made a quip about liking fart jokes as a reason for why he's not mature. Like, if you get confidence, like you are positive that your fart jokes are, well, then use that. whatever you know that you are confident doing, if it's not streaming and presenting yet, it will be eventually just work through other paths.
And watching Taco streams has opened up a whole new world to me of like watching people like develop things, like whether it's a program, whether it's gaming. I've always wanted to learn Python. Maybe I'll try it, but like just watching that, watching everything like converge into each other and become like an actual game.
That's so cool to me.
Like
It's a whole
You're an inspiration for many people, and we appreciate you.
There's that aggressive positivity again. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
So there is a recurring joke that I've told people that I would eventually do an art stream. And I actually included that as part of the game dev, where I did stick figures.
Yes, yes.
I'm so sorry.
It can. I mean,
Hey.
just remember that like revolutionary arts that we have in museums and things like that. Do you remember what people were saying about Picasso when he was first doing his art? Right?
Oh, yeah.
They're like, wow, this is crap, pal. You better not quit your day job. And now he has traveling exhibits the world round
Oh, yeah.
and this and that and the like.
Shakespeare was the equivalent of pop culture in his day.
Yep.
Yes.
He was the Paris Hilton of his time. Oh, great. What's
after-
Shakespeare doing this time?
After that
She embraces her
bombshell,
meme. She does. It's
Dave, what about you? Your favorite moment? What did you learn?
yeah, your turn.
Honestly, my favorite moment had to be one of the most selfish things that I did this month, which was I literally begged all the people that had appeared and taken their time to appear on the streams to come to the studio all in one place so that I could incredibly selfishly take a picture of all of us together so that in a month, in half a year, in 3 weeks, in 2 days, when other things, mental health got in the way and stuff like that, I would have that physical reminder. Because, like the bad lyrics say, it really isn't about the money for me. Again, after the first dollar, the whole month of content is bought and paid for. It's that speech that I gave before the weekend Wednesday about people's time and how valuable that is and how much that means to me. So it really was that moment of starting the stream accidentally because I pressed buttons. Thank you, Steve, for making the keyboard a minefield, and then getting to talk about all these phenomenal people from different walks of life and different things that had come together to join me to do these things. It was really cool, and the thing that I really learned this year especially is just. It's something that I always talk about anyway, but it really was this year the idea that if you have fun with it, just do it. Because people are going to get along with it, and if people don't, that's on them and not on you as the content creator. It's so much fun to get to do and to try different things and learn from the... Wow, this got X amount of donations and so many engagements and this and that and the other. And wow, this one I smiled from ear to ear the entire time. Nobody watched it. It was still a lot of fun, and it was that idea of putting out the best product is about putting out the best you can. And so chasing metrics and things like that, where it can be fun, the hot tub meta was really fun to try to make it work. And I wound up doing a green screen thing a couple years ago.
So funny.
And all that stuff. It was that, and learning where to promote your stuff and how to promote it, because having catchy titles, because in past years I would always put The Weekend Wednesday. People don't know what that is, or they don't care. They're not clicking on it. But if you put, Will Throw for Donos, The Weekend Wednesday playing Fall Guys, then you have clicks, you have engagements, you have those things. That meta is going to change by next year, I guarantee it. But
It's changing.
and then learning all about those different things on social media platforms. How to format your posts on Twitter is not how you format your posts on Instagram. How you post on Discord and where you put things in Discord is not how you do it on Facebook. And it's a headache, and it's something that I am, as somebody that chaotically runs from one task to another, struggles with, and it's something I look forward to doing better at, and also learning. Like when you put a lot of links into things and then the URL doesn't carry over, so there's just a URL, twitch.tv/ like that people can look at and look in the post and go, I don't know what that means.
Yeah. Though I will say, one of what seemed to be one of the most fun streams is actually where the biggest donations were had, and that was supposed to be the Legend of Zelda stream, but ended up being a pot-smashing chaos night. But you were laughing, they were laughing, and everyone had a great time. That was amazing.
A stream where we were supposed to play Legend of Zelda. What we didn't do, play Legend of Zelda.
Yeah.
What we did do was smash pots for the incentives. I wound up being covered in garlic butter, syrup, chocolate sauce, peanut butter, and jelly. We played ukulele, we sang, we told stories. We appeared on 5 social media platforms all at once. And again, the fact that both Lee and Ashley, when I went, by the way, talking about streaming, this, that, and the other, sometimes we don't actually wind up playing the game. And they're like, ah! And I was like, no, again, very seriously. There are times.
That goes back to what Alec was saying about the flexibility of just, okay, well, we're not getting any gameplay in, but we're having a good time, and so are the viewers.
That's
and just
what matters.
just rolling with that, yeah.
Like, everyone had fun. I had an amazing time watching it, and watching everything break. But
There's a lot of takeaways from that stream. I could write a thesis on it.
A fun little thing that I will reveal to you guys and you folks watching on chat is something that I do on a majority of my streams. And here's something that I did during that stream a lot. And it's also a wrestling thing, so it's a lot of fun. When you're the host, you're supposed to look like the idiot. You make your guests look really good. They can do no wrong. They are fantastic. And you, the host, are just the plebeian dragged along by those things. And it works in every format. It's a format as old as time and things like that, because people are used to tuning in and seeing you. They know where you're at. They know where your strengths are. They know these things. Feature the people. Let them do it and let them succeed. But especially, don't make them look bad. And don't point out mistakes that they make or things like that. Blame Steve. It's his fault anyway.
Did he just go, yeah?
Yeah,
Alright.
I mean, it is.
It was just so unexpected.
He likes being included in the conversation.
Steve! Thank you, Alec.
You saw me do that before it popped up.
This was, yes.
Oh, also, my mom joined Twitch, so she could watch when we played. So it's always funny when I'd be like, "Oh, Mama B," and I'm like, "Oh, that's my mom."
Yeah!
That's so cool.
During our last stream of the season, she was trying so hard just to interact, and
Aww.
she's sitting there and she's messaging in chat. I'm still trying to figure this out.
You're
Figure
doing
what out,
great.
Mama B? I don't know.
That's so good.
And she's like,
so
and then
good.
I fell asleep, and then it froze, and I'm like, well, you came back at least. But yeah, so that was that was exciting.
That's amazing,
Yay.
and
Yeah.
that's especially those things. Anyone else have moments that you remember or things like that? I know we kind of did that on top of other stuff, but
There were so many moments though.
I liked the stream. I had a couple of my coworkers join me. We were like, all right, this is going to be like a 2-hour stream, but if people donate, we can extend it up to an 8-hour total. And we got enough donations for that within the
I was
first
gonna
hour of
say,
the stream.
yeah, that didn't even last that incentive didn't last 60 minutes. By
No,
the
it
way.
didn't.
in between
It
games
was
of Ultimate
so
Chicken
cool.
Horse, I'm up. Hold on. Okay, so that's adding 50 minutes. That's yay! Adding 130 minutes. How does time work? That's 2 hours and 10 minutes. Okay.
Making you do rapid math on top of it is, just.
I was editing the highlight afterward, and I'm like, I did that math wrong. No, I didn't. Yes, I did. No. Yes. Where did that extra 15 minutes come from? Okay. I figured it out. It's fine.
Doing the clips and the highlights, it's like, what the Jesus was I doing?
That's something really
Yep.
fun.
Or
And
Valai
I
making
like.
me eat the pickleball. That is a 3-minute highlight, by the way, because I ate it and it took me so long to convince myself to actually swallow this awful thing. And I was like, "Oops."
Hold on. The what? What was this again?
The sour pickleball. They're so bad.
Oh my.
They're so
Where is it?
bad.
Front pocket. No, inside.
What I actually gave to Brewnerd because was the only one that actually liked them. But those things are vile.
Don't worry if you ever visit. I have more of those as snacks for you as a
Put it back in
guest.
there.
But yeah, they were. It took me like a solid 3 minutes. And I made that whole highlight. It's like I can see the pain in my eyes, but it was for the kids.
Yeah.
Or Dave convincing me to cover my setup in confetti because I had to pop the popper for the yay! I hit my goal. Yeah, I'm still finding pieces, by the way.
There's one right over here.
Yeah, I was gonna say you will forever. By the way,
Yeah.
There's confetti from last year and 2 years ago's here in the studio
Okay,
floor.
there's a piece.
Yep, like. And I'm
Lexi.
sure Lee and Ashley are going to be pulling confetti out of those cosplays for years to air to come.
I liked during that stream we played a game called Pico Park, which I had played with Travis
Oh,
about a
no,
month
I
previously, and he was not recovered. He was just like, "No, I'm not going to cooperate in this game."
I forgot that I streamed Pico Park at all because I blocked it from my memory, and I highlighted that whole entire thing and saved it because it was pain. Because there was 6 of us, I think.
Oh no!
There were 6
Yep.
of us doing these challenges, and it just ended up at us wanting to kill each other by the end of the
Even
stream.
worse, there was supposed to be 8, and that would have made it even
I'm so glad
worse.
there was not.
Even with 2, like when I played with Travis, some of them were rough. So we tried with the 3 of us, and Travis was just like,
So-
"I'm not ready," and he dives the other way.
On top of it, it was a St. Jude stream, so we wanted to mind our language.
What's Pico Park for the people that don't
So
Pico Park
is
a cooperative platforming game where everyone has to move together or working together in
Yes,
some way
you have to
to
work
reach a
together
key
for the
to reach a
puzzles.
door. Yes.
which, when you're really bad at working together for puzzles and communicating, it's just a nightmare because you repeatedly fail and then want to strangle your friends and throw them off the cliff.
All it takes is one person to...
It only takes one person to mess up the puzzle and you have to restart.
Was that the one that you were playing where, like, one person was hanging onto the side of this circle, then the other person was holding onto them, trying to launch themselves across?
Oh,
that was Heave Ho, which we
Heave-Ho.
did afterwards. Which also, as a cooperative puzzle platformer, got a little rough. When we realized that it has a versus mode, that's when the fun started really going
No, I don't
down.
care about verses. I will throw you off the cliff happily. If you're on my team, it's I need to go over there, and you need to get me over there.
So one issue I have, one way that I can improve, is when it comes to like cooperative games like that. I'm like, I'm still in the I want to win this, I want to beat this mindset rather than live in the moment and have fun. So that was one where like when it went to the competitive and we could like mess around all on our own terms, I think worked really well.
Yeah, it's definitely a little easier when you're not the. We were so close.
As opposed to we were so close and then there was this stick in the mud.
There was this guy that hit the trap,
Which-
and now we got to restart.
Which was fun for a certain amount of time, but then after a while it's
After
like,
the
cool, let's move to the
fourth
next
time.
one.
So one of them that actually made me laugh in particular is in Pico Park. There's the rope one. So you're all attached by a rope and have to use physics. Well, a couple of us got a little too close to the edge, and then all of us went off the edge.
Oh yeah, we found
that
out
was actually
a
that
lot
one was
of that.
funny though.
Travis was doing that a lot to us a lot. It was magnificent.
How did it feel to beat Bowser?
Pretty good.
Because I saw the look on your face when some people were mentioning other things. I don't really have any. You beat Bowser, my friend.
Yes.
Something that was not done in some films. But you did it live on grifkuba, so that has to be satisfying, right?
It was the second of the, I'm guessing 3 in Super Mario Galaxy, but yeah, it was satisfying.
Good. Because it looked just butter smooth and satisfying. Like, oh god.
So as we wind down towards what the end of the program would be, but we're flexible on such
We're
things.
flexible, yeah.
What are you looking forward to next year? Because I know that a lot of us enjoyed ourselves, and stars aligning like that. I think all of us are excited to do this again next year. Is there something that you're looking forward to? I know we've all talked about a couple of parts of like maybe improvement, whatever. But is there something specific, or are you just like, no, I'm just ready to go again?
I'd like more collaborations.
Yeah.
That's actually exactly what I was about to say, is more collabs, because those were the most fun streams. I feel they were, not to focus on numbers, I feel they were the most productive for St. Jude, because people like watching all of us either goof around, sabotage each other, or just have a great time. So for St. Jude's they were great, for us they were great. Yeah, I'm same page. Just all of those community events I am very much looking forward to.
There's
fun.
a tab in the St. Jude's thing called Looking for Group and stuff like that, and you can easily post, hey, this day, this time I'm playing this game, who's in? And there will be people who will come out of the woodwork.
Definitely a bit better on the promoting of schedules.
Yeah.
Get back to that.
Yeah, I'll say that's something I need to improve on, but I'm looking forward to working on that skill next year.
Absolutely, I have faith in us. We can do this.
Is being flexible enough with my schedule to be open to collabs like that, and then planning them out far enough ahead of time to be able to join
I think
in.
a little more
So, yeah.
April planning will we're apt. It's being ready in April, which I didn't make my schedule till the day before May started, so yeah, that was the thing.
Yeah, same.
Not moving.
Oh good, procrastinators, all of us.
I did post something in our team's server, like a Google Doc, if you guys want to look at
Yes,
it.
that'd be wonderful.
By the way, the organized one in our group.
Yes,
Like, indefinitely...
Whatever the opposite of Sean, keep the believer.
Yeah, definitely more collaboration streams for next season. I want to be more inventive with my streams. Like, I want to play games, but I also want to do other weird things that are fun.
yeah, there's a lot
Like,
of stuff.
I enjoyed the other night when we did our cooking stream.
That was fun. That was
a
fun.
blast.
Really cool.
That was fun.
Like the barbershop stream. That was fun. Just streams in different weird places, doing fun things, meeting up with people, like friends and stuff. Do like more real life things.
I'm in.
Oh,
Like-
yeah.
Like something you brought up, which was the real life phasmophobia thing.
Oh, yes. I have 8 different drafts of how that'll look.
I'm
And
ready.
The problem is when I really look at how that executes, it ends with, and then someone falls and breaks a leg, and then I get fired. So I'm working on making it safe for us to do an IRL Faz hunt. Or working on getting insurance.
It's like, look at how haunted houses do their thing, and it's, the no scares on stairs kind of thing, and see what other
Yeah.
ways that
Yes.
they
That's-
work on that kind of safety
I
when it
fall
comes to that.
upstairs.
But yeah,
That's cute.
That's a good idea. But they usually are insured, so
well, there's that too.
Yeah, I trip over
Insurance
nothing,
won't
so.
back recklessness, though. No, they don't. I was really sad one year. My friend asked Mike Myers for a hug, and he shook his head.
But that person, by the way, it was me, and it happened at Saratoga Comic-Con this year. Because I went, I literally said to the guy, I go, that Jamie Lee Curtis is peddling too much poo yogurt, and I appreciate what you did. And I went, can I have a hug, brother? And he went, and walked away, and I was like, come back!
No, come back!
He stood in the doorway for like an hour and a half, 2 hours not moving.
That's such commitment.
That's
re-
commitment.
They
He was standing
really,
right
really
next
are.
to the door to the bathroom, right next to the door to get into the vendor area, and he just stood there. And
That's
every time I looked over there, I went to the Resident Evil guys, and I'm like, "Hey, do you see that? He's been there for like over an hour."
Please tell me one of them went, who? What?
See what?
Please, 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 please.
I would have.
Well, I've played Dead by Daylight enough against Michael Myers that I can spot him from like I'm
That's Dave's
My
killer.
favorite
That's
character
Dave's
to
killer.
play. I wasn't really motivated to play as a killer until they released what is he called? The Shadow
Yeah.
or something.
Is it
Anyway,
the face?
Why am I blanking so hard on this? Oh my gosh.
But like just the fact
what is
that
Michael Myers in Dead by Daylight?
I think he's the face.
It's thinking real hard.
On it. Good job.
Steampower.com.
Nope. No, do not want reading
Hold on,
that
give me-
out
give me
loud.
one
No, thank you. That is not.
The shape.
The
says-
shape.
says-
Okay.
says Am.
Thank you.
There we
Thank
go.
you, Am.
Oh, Amp. The shape is Mike Myers.
Yeah.
Oh, behave.
See, I'm Pyramid
Maybe.
Head. I'm Pyramid Head. You are the shape. Sus is also Pyramid Head, so we fight about that. John's the Death Slinger, and he's awful. He's
Terrifyingly good at that,
He
by the
just
way.
ropes you in. It's like I'm
By the way,
dead.
Brewnerd, I'm already very sorry the next time you get roped into doing that, because it's like, and what'll be funny is Itachi's Blade will be all really mundane about it. No, yeah, we're having a great time. We're doing this and that. Oh, I got
And then
killed.
he
Okay.
comes in
So
for the
really-
murder.
And then he goes to play, and he's literally like Mortal Kombat get overhearing everybody on the map. And you're like, yeah, I'm working on the generator. I don't hear anybody. Ah! Like,
I exclusively play Legume. The Legion, we call them the Legume.
amazing. Absolutely amazing.
But I exclusively play Susie just because she's like that emo kid
Yeah. You're right.
with like the colored hair and like I don't know, her mask is just always the like coolest.
Resident Legion mate here. There we go. Amp's
Although,
actually really scary.
Yeah, Amp is also terrifying because it'll be like, pick a killer for me. No, seriously, pick a killer. And it's like, Amp, stop being so excited about this.
It doesn't matter who you pick either. He's gonna get you.
I
Is Nicolas Cage going to be a good guy?
Good guy.
Is he going to be a
Oh,
survivor
is he?
or a killer?
Oh, I was
Yeah, he's
really
gonna
hoping
be-
he was gonna be the villain.
everyone was hoping he was going to be a killer.
Jorge
He's-
no las dos.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
know.
have two
But that's the thing. It would have fit so well.
Should have been both. It would have been so
Yeah.
funny as both.
They came out during the live stream that he is going to
Oh,
be.
okay.
He's going to be a.
Out of
survivor.
curiosity, is Nicolas Cage being himself, or is he
Yes.
playing?
Yes.
Nicolas Cage is playing Nicolas Cage
Well,
in the game.
The question is it the same way it's Bruce Campbell as Ash Williams, kind of as Bruce Campbell? But I'm very curious what version of Nicolas Cage as Nicolas Cage we're getting. Because
you also get there's Nicolas Cage as himself, and then there's Nicolas Cage as Nick Cage.
Yeah.
Which is what
He's embraced it too as the meme. Like he's embraced his meme.
unbearable weight of massive success or whatever the full title
Yeah,
is.
yeah, that.
You know, it is as Nick Cage with a K on the end of Nick.
Yeah.
The fictionalized version of.
But what I want to know is, Dead by Daylight's actually really big on their lore. Like all of their killers have lore, or all of their survivors have lore. Why is Nick Cage here? I want to know what that flavor is.
I can't wait for that flavor text. I can't because it's going to be good.
It better be.
He just
I need
wandered
it.
in and he's like, all right, we're
I'm
going.
here now.
Yeah.
Like Willy's Wonderland. He's just
Yeah.
gonna start messing.
Oh, what a good movie.
From what I heard, not only is he getting lore, but they're actually going to have a whole tome for him.
Yes!
Like,
Yes!
of the story. So that's going to be fun.
Amazing.
Nick Cage lore. I'm here to deal with it. Yes. So let's earmark this. Who has Dead by Daylight and who streams it?
Actually, I don't think I've ever streamed it, but I do play it. So
I
I'm
stream
there.
it.
I
I'm horrible
think
at
you
it, but I
have.
stream it.
I don't remember. But regardless, I'm going on. We need an event night. Let's go.
All right, we'll put that together. By the way, a quick suggestion: if a game has a hard count of 4 if you're playing online, or 5 if you're playing together, in which case nobody gets, points if you're doing an event, stuff like that. It's really easy just to say, hey, by the way, we're going to play 3 games, and then we're going to rotate.
Yeah.
And just rotating out whoever is and things like that. And if people aren't amenable to that, they're clearly showing how much they care about the overarching thing and how much fun they want to be having, because it's not like you can't play on your own or just take people that are on the bench and they rotate playing. Like
my favorite thing to do is to play Kill Your Friends, and basically...
So glad that we're talking about this post-play live.
Yeah.
So glad!
So Kill Your Friends is actually the name of the player versus friends mode. But I like playing that and then swapping out the killer every match, like swapping who plays the killer, because I have friends who play like really sweaty, and I have friends who just run around like a maniac.
Yes. Me.
That usually works too.
Yeah,
which is the
it's
most
fun.
terrifying part.
Yeah.
A game that's literally like finesse and this and that and the other, and if you're literally like wahoo, like you can just goozle everybody.
If Nick Cage drops next Tuesday,
he's getting
He's
I misread
confirmed.
that.
So here's a quick question. You mentioned now that this isn't like a play live streaming, we're a lot more free to do whatever.
We're a little more flexible, yeah.
What are people playing? Like, have people done anything in the past week on stream that you wouldn't have been able to do during play live? Because Caladrius, we get kind of not necessarily strict, but we strongly recommend to go with the more family oriented whatever. What have you been playing either on stream or not that you haven't really had a chance to play during play live that you're like, all right, now we go?
I'm about to say 80s.
I can't talk about a game that I played yet.
Okay, that's exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
That sounds an awful lot like Boater.
we also decided we were going to do Thirsty Thursdays now. So it'll be, having a drink while playing a game together.
Yeah.
Either that or Brews Days.
July 5th.
July
Just
5th for Nick Cage.
info.
Okay.
Nice. I have time to
okay.
save up. He's going to be like $100.
Uh, so System Shock came out last Tuesday, so I started playing that on Sunday. And then I had one of these moments of like, oh, I want to keep playing it on stream, but I also just want to keep playing it. Eventually, just last night, I was like, you know what? I enjoyed the game. I'm just going to play it for myself. I'm not going to stream just because I did enough of that. I mean, whatever. I just played it for myself. But yeah, Sunday I played it on stream, and it was a lot of fun. I also played the Murder of Sonic the Hedgehog.
Okay,
Which
what's
probably
the deal?
Okay. Game that internal team at Sega is like, hey, we want to do this as an April Fool's joke that they started around like this time last year. And we can do it as that, but like it's a visual novel storytelling kind of thing.
So it is an official production.
It is an official, non-canon, but an official Sega published Sonic game. Visual novel where a select 8 different cast members, are there for Amy's birthday party putting on a murder mystery. And Sonic turns up. Is he actually dead? Is it a joke? What's going on?
Oh my god.
And you play a custom named character who is an employee of where this is all happening. Who is at first we're like, what is that? He's a quokka, which is like the most adorable animal ever. If you look up quokka, Quokka, it is the happiest creature on earth. And that's what just like you name it whatever, and that's the point of view character during the murder mystery. It takes a couple hours to play, 2.5 if you take your time to read through stuff.
I read through everything.
It was like Saturday night, and I'm like, I kind of want to just speed read through it, so I clicked through a little fast, but I finished it in 2 hours. 2 hours and change.
Thank you for talking about this, because I've been seeing it and I'm like, what the heck is this?
The price is free, and that is a dang good price for this game.
That's true, yeah. For the low price of free.
Yeah, they could have gotten away with $9.99 on it, but just dropping a free game out of nowhere on April 1st got all the press going, and I highly recommend playing it if you got a couple hours. So
I also installed all the Resident Evil games, and I plan to play them from
Oh, God.
0 to the newest. To
Oh
7.
boy.
That reminds me that I have to do that too. Oh no, because Sustaina and I played through 5 together, which, isn't the best of game, but it was really funny because we memed through it. But he's like, so you want to play 6? I'm like, I guess.
And even in number 1 and number 3, I have to cosplay as Barry. The whole game.
Yes!
I have to.
That is going to be amazing.
I can't wait to see you do this.
Gun and everything.
I've been playing House Flipper and City Skylines.
Nice.
All right.
Nice.
House Flipper is something brand new for myself, but I'm quickly adapting in it.
How are you liking it?
It's good.
Okay.
Please tell me you Gordon Ramsay some of your people. You want blue interior? Are you serious?
I would like to now that
Please do that. I would pay to no amount of Twitch ducats to hear you malign a family of 4 for being like, you chose a 1-bedroom apartment and you want 3 bedrooms.
Steam Workshop mods. What do we got?
I also, and City Skylines, which Butter got me hooked on one New Year's.
Yeah.
I played a regular map, and somehow there's a new water restriction, or I choose a water poor map that all my water drawing things into the sewage and piping system caused the lakes to run dry, and and before I could go fix that situation, my population starts dying off.
Oh, jeez.
By the thousands.
I've definitely gotten water inlets on like a river or whatever.
Yeah.
To the point where there is no river past my water.
Yes.
There's just all of it.
So I abandoned that city, and now I'm giving a winter map try for the first time.
Those are fun.
Yeah.
Good luck when the cold snaps
I
set in.
haven't played that one, but I've done that and benched. It's like, oh, everyone's dead. Crap.
I did a St. Jude stream one time, and I was trying to rely on donor cruelty towards the citizens and say, if you donate X amount, then this is the natural disaster that will spawn. Nobody did it. I failed to weaponize cruelty.
I don't like being mean to my games. I'm also one of the people who don't hurt their Sims.
And that's when it'd be like, get like a counter donation to not do the thing.
Yeah. No, wait, don't do it.
That's when you set up the polls.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, you do it as a poll.
I get upset when my NPCs in Roller Coaster Tycoon die, even if it's not my fault.
I didn't mean to kill him.
Yes.
Didn't mean it. That's just a lot of G-forces on the
Yeah,
roller coaster.
He just forgot to...
What do you mean, dead?
I know 11 G's is a bit much, but deal with it.
Just reminds me of Fabio getting hit in the face with a bird on a roller coaster.
Oh no, I love
He'll
Simmons
never
Lane.
ride roller coasters again because of that, by the way. Never again. Fabio rode 1 in his lifetime.
He got hit by a bird.
Now that Play Live's over, I can sing things like this. I've no more fucks to give. My fucks have all dissolved. I've been planning many projects, but my fucks won't be involved. I've no more fucks to give. My fucks have all been spent. They've fucked up from the building, and I don't know where they've went. Have no more fucks to give. Have no more fucks to give. Have no more fucks. Have no more fucks. Have no more fucks to give. So I don't have to mumble over stuff like that when it appears in song lyrics.
On that literal note, does anyone else have anything that they want to say during the show about the season, next year, whatever? Or are we
Thank
good
you.
to...
I can say thank
Yeah,
you.
thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, and thank you.
Thank you for forcing me, without me knowing that if you reached
Forcing.
Forcing, yeah, she forced me. To do a stream.
You mean guilted.
Yes,
It's
you
for
know,
the kids.
Basically, that's what he said. I was like, oh, okay.
my friend tried guilting her hardcore the other night. It was like one of our last streams, and they're like, "You should play Phasmophobia.
Oh yeah, I said absolutely.
Do it for the kids."
I'm like, nope.
She's like, "No."
See, that's when you come back around and you weaponize that it's for the kids and be like, well, for $300, I will do it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Pull your money together, and I will attempt it.
Not successfully, but I will do it.
Like me last week, it's like Dave's having Pilk. I'll have Pilk for a little bit for St. Jude.
he made me eat a pickle bowl on that last stream, on that gathering stream. And I was like,
Yes.
You brought them.
I brought
I
them.
was out of them.
I
And
expected
you
other
brought
people to eat them,
more.
not me. I was trying to make other people suffer.
So yeah, thank you. Thank you to everybody here. Thank you to Caladrius team members that couldn't make it today. And thank you to Steve. Thank you to you, the viewers, for always being with us here at Insane Games TV. Thank you for watching all of our individual streams. Thank you for being with us through the fundraising season. Thank you for the years that you've watched Nerd Glasses and will continue to do so, and for sticking with us as we continue to move forward. None of this happens without you, the viewer. So the ones that really make this one happen are those behind the camera, whatever screen that you're looking at. Turn off the screen for just a second. You got a reflection. That's the person we're thanking. So, thank you. This has been the Nerd Glasses podcast with many members of... Set this down because my ring keeps... with many members of Caladrius here. And Nerd Glasses will be back next week. We've got so much more to go over. We didn't get to any news this week, but that's fine because we had so much fun just hanging out. And like we said, I want to do more collaborating because it's this hanging out and such that is so much fun. But yeah, thank you so much for watching the Nerd Glasses podcast. Make sure that you're following us right here at Insane Games TV for a ton of great programs right here. One more time going around, say your Twitch channel so that we can follow you there as well.
Brewnerd?
Brewnerd?
Brewnerd.
That's a good question there.
If I type in UHHH Brewnerd, there will be somebody, but I have a feeling I'm going to be going, you look really different without your beard.
You may see me lurking in people's streams as either Brewnerd or Brewdude Jimmy, depending on if I'm at work or not. Gotta love
Phenomenal
two-factor
workaround, by the way.
authentication.
Twitch.tv/Brewnerd.
Yeah, twitch.tv/DAM314.
Twitch.tv/BoaterBug.
Twitch.tv/grifkuba.
And twitch.tv/lovealec.
From all of us here, and you're with Brewnerd as well.
I am. Yeah, I'm with it.
When you start doing your own channel, let us know and we'll plug that too.
Yeah.
Or your own day on the channel where he starts
yes.
and he's like I'm gonna stream. You just push him out of the way.
You just take him and you go.
I offered her a time to talk about the books,
We never got to that
but
either.
we could not do that during
That's true.
Play Live because they are of a spicy variety.
You can absolutely stream a book club, by the way. People would absolutely eat that up because there are those of us that struggle with reading and would love to hear about books and things like that. Just as a suggestion.
So, from all of us here in the studio, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Have a great night, everybody. Bye!